Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers! Welcome to We Wine Whenever. Grab your glass and join 3 Jersey Shore housewives, Wendy, Kelly, and Lori, as they dive into everything from Bravo drama to life's everyday chaos. It's unfiltered, it's hilarious, and it's the real talk you've been waiting for, from relationship to pop culture. We drink wine whenever, and we hope you do too. Don't forget to subscribe and give us a 5-star review. Cheers!
Hi, welcome to We Wine Whenever. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Lori, and we're going to talk about Real Housewives of Orange County.
Season 20, Episode 5, Designers and Dildos.
There you go.
I do like the title.
I do kind of like the title, too. I must say.
Yeah. So we start out with Vicki and Jenn Padronti are at Med Lounge, and Vicki says she is not a Debbie Downer. Over and over again.
I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm not digging her at all. She's aggravating me. She's annoying me. And I also thought it was very weird, this whole spa scene. It was like Vicki went to get like the $200 facial, and the other one, Jenn, gets like
the free
a facial mask from like the Dollar Tree.
Exactly.
And is standing there with it. I'm like, what in the fuck is going on? Like,
well,
how is
I'm
this
thinking
even
Vicki
possible?
paid for her $200 hydrofacial, and Jenn got the free mask that came along with it.
Something, because I was like, this is like corny. Like, what are you? What's going on
especially
here?
Because Vicki's got plenty of money. So treat your friend to a facial. And don't shit on the fact that Carmella is trying to employ her or help her out in a certain way. Because that's women empowering women.
Yeah.
So Vicki says she saw a softer side of Heather at the box party. And Jenn says that she went to dinner with Heather and she feels like everything always has to be perfect with Heather. Well, that's an understatement. And that's always been the way with Heather. She loves who Heather is and wants to rebuild with honesty. Listen, Heather is not real friends with any of these women. Heather will never be real friends with any of these women. This is a job for Heather. She's a trained actress. I mean, not a very good one from my opinion, but
no.
I mean, this is a job for her. Nobody's having a true friendship with Heather, so let's stop talking about it. It's like all they talk about. This is always Heather's storyline, if she's a true friend or not. It's horrible. It's horrible TV.
So then I was thinking, so they have this conversation and Jenn lets Vicki know that they went to dinner and Carmella told her, why don't you kind of like join in on me in the next job to see what I do since you think you're kind of interested in real estate. And then I thought to myself, well, what does Jenn do? Because I don't really watch this show. So I Googled it. I'm like, okay, she owns a yoga studio. I'm like, all right, okay, but I can still see it. And then I was thinking, okay, what's she going to do for Carmella? And then Vicki is talking to Jenn, and she says, stay in your lane.
Mm-hmm.
Is she encouraging Jenn not to do the project with Carmella? Or is she talking about Carmella? Who is she talking about when she says stay in your lane?
I took it as she's telling Jenn to stay in her lane.
Ew.
Right.
Ew is all I have to say.
That's how I took it. I don't know if everybody else took it that way.
And also,
I feel like that was a nice thing that Carmella was trying to do.
Very nice. And I also wanted to do a shout out. Carmella, I will gladly work for free on any project that you would like. I don't even need the 20 grand. Used to do interior design, could help you in any way. But I thought that was really nice of Carmella. And I thought if she is saying that in regards to Jenn, I thought it was really shitty and really rude. And I would have been like,
100%.
you talking to me, bitch? So I would have been.
Well, at the same time, Vicki and Jenn are at the med spa. Emily goes to Carmella's Corona Del Mar house. And Emily asks, she sees the picture of Carmella's daughter and she asks if things get better after 13 because, Annabella is a little feisty at 13. And Carmella says they turn into assholes in middle school. Amen to that, sister. I'm so glad somebody else said it. They do.
They do.
Most of them.
Yes.
One of mine did, one of mine didn't.
A vast percentage.
Yeah, exactly. But Emily says Carmella works hard and she's a hustler and she needs to lead with that and not expensive gifts. I'm sorry, but they're making way too much out of this $3,000 clutch.
Way too much.
Like, I mean, enough already.
Yeah.
And don't tell people how to lead when they come into a friend group, because I cannot tell you how awful they were to Emily and Gina when they first got on this show. So shame on Emily and Gina for being anything other than gracious to any newcomer to this show.
No, absolutely. Yeah. And I didn't like how Emily was saying, like Carmella picked a random number to pay Jenn. No, she didn't.
I totally agree with you.
She's a businesswoman. She knows exactly what she's doing. She knows exactly what she has built into her project. She knows exactly what Jenn's worth to her would be, even though she doesn't know her. She's not a dummy at all. And I was like, why is Emily saying, that's messy? Like, what is her problem?
I totally agree. I had that, I'm sure Carmella thinks about the numbers and how much she's going to make and how much she's willing to part with on the project for what Jenn can offer as far as services. I'm sure she thought this all out. I don't think it was an arbitrary number. And why, Emily, why would you even say that? Instead of saying that, why don't you ask Carmella, so, or is that a percentage of blah, blah, blah? You're a lawyer, Emily. You like to ask questions. So instead of saying it's an arbitrary number, why don't you ask her how she came up with that number? Not that it's any of your business.
Of your business at all.
Yep.
No.
Carmella tells Emily that she went to dinner with Jenn and Tamra and there was a lot of talk. And then Emily tells her that Vicki said she's a liar and doesn't know what she's talking about.
You are really starting trouble. You are trying to work for the paycheck. It was so.
And Carmella says, is it a generational thing? And Emily's like, no, Vicki's just crazy.
Just crazy. But listen, there's certain times when I watch the Housewives that it's slightly tolerable. And then there are times when Emily does what she did and I was like,
she's so messy.
Okay, so just tell me the show's highly produced without telling me the show is highly produced.
Emily's
I was like,
falling in line.
Stop it.
And she did it for a long time. She was really one of my favorites. She's totally falling in line, though. I don't like it.
She certainly is. And I don't feel Carmella is a bragger at all.
But she's a successful businesswoman, and she's not a flipper. She is a developer. She buys a property and then develops the end result. There are many facets to this. And listen, Vicki's saying, why is she telling you how much she made? Vicki, come on. If this were season 1, you'd be screaming it from the rooftops if you made that money. You know what I mean? I am a firm believer in wealth whispers, but listen, she's a businesswoman, Carmella, and you're questioning why she's handing out a $3,000 bag? Well, because she's making $1 million on a project. That's why.
Right.
So shut the F up and leave her alone.
And how about when Vicki said, I can see it. She's going to ask Ryan for money to develop the next project. No.
I don't think Ryan's even got it like that, quite honestly. I mean, I know he's got money, but I don't think he's got it like that.
That's not even the modus operandum. She finds clients who are wealthy, who have properties that they want to invest in and improve. She guides them on that improvement and then markets them and sells them and makes a profit. It's very simple. She's not buying a tract of land and throwing up 50 homes. No. So what, like, it just sounds so ignorant on Vicki's part. So
Vicki is a
ignorant.
very insecure, bitter woman. She
I can
really,
see
really
this.
is. And I was
can see
listening
this.
to Reality Court with Anna Kinkosis. She's a former Real Housewife of Miami, but she has a podcast and recaps shows as well. And she said it, and I think she's right. I think it was a very rash decision to bring Vicki back because Vicki was fired from the show, basically let go from the show a couple of years ago.
Okay.
Vicki
Oh,
started
this
the
I didn't
show,
know.
season 1,
No,
Real
right. I knew
Housewives of
that.
OC.
I knew that.
But she was basically let go. She was like a friend
That I didn't
of
know.
for a season or
Okay.
two, and then she was just let go. So Anna said, I think it was a rash decision that they made for the 20th anniversary to bring her back. And I think she's right.
Because she's
And
really
honestly,
annoying.
I think they need to wipe this cast clean. Although I know it didn't work for Roni, I think Orange County, we could, I don't know. I feel like they just need to get rid of who they got. It's old, it's tired, it's the same storyline. Like I said, every
Over
year,
and over
Heather
and
and
over.
Tamra questioning, are we really friends? Are we really friends? And then every year it's Emily and Gina, like who's getting jealous that the other one's becoming friendly with the new girl because they're best friend. It's tired. It's done. It's over.
Mhm.
So Vicki apparently is having an event and it's kind of up in the air if Carmella's invited. So basically Tamra's like, well, I'm just going to bring you. So listen, good for Tamra.
Yeah.
Because it would just be like Vicki to leave Carmella out because she thinks, she's the queen bee.
Now, how about when they were still at the spa and then Vicki says, she says, whatever you want to do, do. Good luck, bitch. And then again, I'm saying to myself, is she saying that to Jenn? Or is she saying that about Carmella? Either way, you're the
I
best.
took it as she was saying it to Jenn.
My God, I would have threw my mask on her face and left and been like, fuck off.
She's not going to show Jenn any respect at all. Trust me. Vicki is like that. Jen's not going to get any respect from Vicki. I don't even know why Jen's filming with Vicki. So Emily asks Carmella, do you have a criminal background? And she's like, yeah, I do. And I think Emily said it as a joke because she was like, oh, we'll find out if you do.
So I want to say something. So this is my surmise of Carmella's ex-playmate restraining order story. She's in a stripper bar in Ohio. She was with her husband before they got married. Her ex, his ex, who had a restraining order against Carmella after an altercation. And then they ended up in the same place together, the stripper bar in Ohio. And Carmella decides to say, fuck it, since they're both in the same place, and decided to get up and dance on a table on a stripper pole, where then she got nailed in the face with her ex-girlfriend's friend's drink.
Yeah.
That's crazy. And you know what? I love it. I'm here for it.
Well, even Emily's like, well, you really should have led with that. Like, I had to go to jail for an assault.
Yeah. Emily said, I just want to go to this bar in Ohio and swing on a pole now. Exactly. She says,
that's what we want to see.
Right. And Emily says, that's the Carmella I want to know. Well, you and me both.
Yeah, well, then tell Vicki to back off. Because now it's all about a dildo and a $3,000 clutch. Because
So
you guys are choosing to make it like that.
Right. Did you watch it on Bravo or did you watch it on Peacock?
I think I watched it on Peacock.
Did you see the little blurb that was on the bottom when Carmella was talking about it? There was a little blurb that came up on the bottom real quick, and it was from the Gilroy Dispatch. So I'm thinking it was Gilroy, Ohio, and it said, Jeff's juke joint judo queen dodges jail.
Yes, I did see that because I was like, what the hell is that? By the way, I want to bring something up. I did not watch the Valley Reunion Part 1 on Peacock. I watched it on demand. I did not know that Lala addressed the whole Sheena.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The whole
I didn't know that. So we'll talk about that when we recap the reunion part 2. I
Yes.
just didn't see it because I didn't watch it on Peacock. I saw a clip of it and I was like, wait a minute, I didn't see that. This is why you have to watch, especially the reunions on Peacock. It's very important because that's huge that she even addressed that.
So I just wanted to say here that Carmella came to Playboy's attention after she applied to Playboy TV's reality television show, Who Wants to Be a Playboy Centerfold. She was selected as a finalist, but then she withdrew before filming because she had second thoughts about it.
Wow.
When Hugh Hefner found out about this, he invited her to his birthday party and convinced her to change her mind. Then she was chosen as Playboy Cybergirl of the Week, then became Playboy Cybergirl of the Month, before officially becoming Playboy's Miss April in 2003. Let's see. And then she was named Playmate of the Year in 2000.
That's interesting.
2006, she posed for Muscle and Fitness Online. 2008, she was Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue. And then she did an appearance for WWE 2004 reality competition, Diva Search. Yeah, so it's like, okay.
Well, listen, she's got a colorful background, and that's what we like to see.
Yeah.
She's a mom, you know, she's an ex-professional athlete wife. Like, this is all interesting to us. So
Now,
if we could just get past the $3,000 clutch.
Right, we'll be good. So also I want to let you know, 2023, she was on one episode of Selling Sunset as a realtor.
Because she works for the Oppenheim Group.
Right.
And that whole reality show is based around them.
Yeah. So I just looked into her a little bit. I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, we like her. I like her.
I love her.
Yeah. So Tamra goes to see her daughter, Sophia. She's getting more comfortable in her new apartment. And Tamra's like, you know, listen, it's hard, obviously, but you want to see your kids spread their wings and fly. So Sophia thinks that Nico, her boyfriend, really is the one. Like, she is going to probably marry him and have a wedding. And Tamra's like, holy shit, like, this is crazy. Like, I can't even imagine.
Mm-hmm.
So she tells Sophia about her party and that Shannon came over early to help her. And they're seeing where it goes from there. So then Shannon meets Shannon, Gina, and Vicki for dinner. So I'm assuming it was Shannon, Gina, and Vicki, or did somebody else come and I just didn't put their name down?
No, for the dinner, it was Heather, Shannon, Gina, and Vicki.
Got it. Okay. So Vicki announces that she's getting drunk and she's not a Debbie Downer again. Heather shares that she and Tamra had a very honest conversation. Listen, we don't care. Nobody who's viewing this show cares if Heather and Tamra had an honest conversation or if they're really friends. We're over it. We don't care. So please stop talking about it. I can't. Shannon says Tamra cannot take accountability for anything, but they are at a peaceful place and she appreciates her apology, but she doesn't want to ride the roller coaster anymore. I can't wait until Tamra hears that. Gina says that there is a very sensitive side of Heather, and Heather says she didn't sleep last night and it was all about Emily. She's upset because Emily told Jenn that Heather said she was obsessed with Tamra, and then Emily told her to stop talking. Heather says she grew up in a family that wasn't warm, and what Emily said really upset her. So basically, if you are going to be friends with Heather, you need to only say things to Heather that pleases Heather. You are not allowed to say anything that displeases Heather.
Right. I wrote down she's being way overly sensitive. And then she did the little crying thing. But then 5 minutes later, when they were doing like a toasting to Debbie Downer, she was like happy as a lark. And I was like,
because she is a professional actress.
I was like, okay. It was just weird.
So Gina does say that Emily was harsh that night, and she thinks it's a good thing if Emily is held accountable. So that's interesting to me. Shannon goes out to eat with her dad, Gene the Machine, and this man is 97 years old. God bless him.
God bless him.
So another thing that was spoken about on Reality Court with Anna Kinkosis is that she asked her co-host Ace, "Do you know where Shannon's father got his money from?" And he said no, because apparently they lived a very nice lifestyle. They had to choose between living in LA and then, wherever the hell else they were. Another affluent area of California.
Yes.
Apparently one of Shannon's grandparents, one of her grandfathers, I don't know if it was on her mother's side or her father's side, owned like a department store or something. I was just listening to it, so I didn't write anything down. I'm going to look into it. But so basically Shannon's parents got their money from the grandparents, but it was a lot. They were very, very wealthy. So Shannon is now talking to a financial person, and she's reeling in her finances.
Finally, in her 60s.
Right.
Shannon
tells her, huh?
It's wild because it's like, she's like, well, I like where I live. I can sit outside and say hi to people. And dude, there's nowhere else you can sit outside and say hi to people. That's not a kabillion dollars that you probably shouldn't be paying a month just out the window for rent.
Yeah, what does she pay? $10,000 a month?
That's so stupid.
I know. But it's California. Like, it's California.
I know.
But
all I'm saying is I was like, oh.
I think she lives in Corona del Mar, which again is a very expensive place. Most places in California are expensive. So she tells her dad that when she was a little girl, they went to, why don't I have it written down? Wherever they went, and it was supposed to be like a vacation or something. But I guess at the end of the summer, her mother was like, I don't want to go back to LA.
Right,
and her other siblings didn't want to go back to LA either. And her father basically says, I didn't have the balls to say, no, we're going back to LA. So we just stayed there. And Shannon was like, I didn't want to stay there. I wanted to go back to, she was only 10. So she was like, I had friends in LA. And I mean, listen, 10 years old, it's not a terrible time to have to move.
No.
At least you weren't like in high school,
Right.
But anyway, at least she had this conversation with her father. I do believe her mom is still alive. I don't think they're still married, her parents, though, because they call her father Gene the Machine for a reason. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So Gina now meets up with Tamra, and she tells her that her stepdaughter had an emergency appendectomy in the middle of the night. This was a little wild to me, though. She was home in 2 hours.
Yeah, what's that about?
I don't know. But Gina couldn't go because of the stepdaughter's mom. They have a contentious relationship.
Oh.
But Gina's fiance, Travis, has full custody of the kids. So to me, that speaks volumes. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it is, she's like, basically, it is what it is. I'm not going to put this little girl and, stress her out while she's having an appendectomy,
Right.
And then Tamra tells Gina she went to dinner with Jenn and Carmella, and Tamra tells Gina. Yeah, she went to dinner with Jenn and Carmella, and Carmella is upset with Gina. So Gina's like, well, it's odd to gift someone a Dior bag and then something to masturbate with. And Gina's like, well, Emily's kind of effed up for telling Carmella that you're pissed, which I agree.
Absolutely.
And Gina was basically like, yeah, I didn't really want that to get back to her. Like, I'm just telling my best friend, like, I think it's weird. Right. So why is my best friend going and telling this person?
Good, she's not your best friend. Hello?
Yeah. And Emily is, falling in line, basically, with the producers.
Mm-hmm.
And then Tamra tells Gina how Carmella is bringing Jenn in on the next project. And Gina says it's a red flag because it's all about money with Carmella. And Gina says something feels wrong to her. And Vicki said the same thing. And Gina's like, she's doing way too much. And I think that Tamra hit the nail on the head. Like, I don't know if she said it here or when they were all at the winery, but she's like, Gina's jealous because Carmella's got Gina's dream job.
Absolutely jealous.
Yeah.
Absolutely jealous. And this just such a stupid storyline. It's 2026. You can Google the shit out of anybody. Don't act like, like we don't really know about this chick. You can know every time she took a shit if you look online. Don't act like there's, she got some big skeleton in her. Stop it.
Yep. Exactly.
Stop it.
Exactly. So they're all getting ready to go to the winery now. And Shannon's texting everyone to see what they're wearing.
I was laughing. Do you know why I was laughing? Because that would be me, because I don't know how to do a group text. I don't know how to make one. So
You would singularly text each person.
I would singularly text each person because I would be like Shannon. So I couldn't say anything about it.
Yeah. So they go to Rancho Capistrano Winery. Vicki shows up first. She's hosting. She brings up the Debbie Downer thing right out the gate. And nobody there even knows what she's talking about. So it's just stupid, Vicki.
It's exhausting.
It's part of her shtick.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting.
And listen, I know people on here don't like when we talk about people's appearances, but I don't care. I don't care. And I don't care because I just woke up from a nap. I got ratty hair. I don't care. I don't care. Vicki, when she was going up to get her first glass of wine, she needs to stop doing whatever she's doing with her lips, because she was trying to take the sip of the wine. She couldn't even get the glass in there.
They're probably numb.
They were like,
right.
I was like, God.
Yeah.
Stop.
The filler, and the lip filler and the face filler. Like,
I can't.
She's getting that look to her that people get when they use too much filler. The puffy.
Yeah.
It looks like it winds up looking like you're wearing a mask.
Absolutely. And to the audience, I know. I need the lift. I know. I know all about. You don't need to tell me that I have no room to talk. I know. I'm making an observation because it's my podcast, and that's what I want to say.
That's right.
She needs to stop with the
You don't need the lift, by the way. I know you think you do, but you don't.
That's okay. That's okay. But I'm just saying she needs to stop. And then he gives her this spicy wine, and she tries it and almost chokes to death and coughs. It's like, oh, I like it. And I'm like, oh my God.
She so obviously did not like it.
What am I watching?
Exactly.
It was great. It was like.
So Tamra shows up and tells Vicki that Carmella's coming. And Vicki's like, I didn't invite her. And Tamra's like, yeah, I did. And you should get to know her better. So again, good for Tamra.
Mm-hmm.
Vicki is trying to say something doesn't pass the sniff. Carmella doesn't pass the sniff test, but she's screwing it up over and over. Again, her shtick, whatever.
Mm-hmm. And if I heard, whoop it up.
Yeah, that's her thing. That's her shtick.
Time. Listen, I'm going to be 60. It's very rare that I want to whoop anything anymore. Okay? Fucking tired. I'm sure Vicki's tired too. So
gotta be tired.
Why is she acting like that? I don't know if she's thinking that's what the viewers want to see, or because Emily made the comment that she was expecting more vivacious. I would have been like, bitch, I'm 60-something. Those vivacious moments may shine through here and there, but the luster on the pearl has faded.
Yes, 100%.
Just let it be.
Exactly. Tamra says, just be fun and stop bringing up Debbie Downer.
Absolutely.
Again, agree with Tamra. Vicki says, nice to meet you to Carmella. And Carmella's like, we've met. And Vicki's like, well, we met-ish. Like, what is that? You met her at Emily's party.
3 times.
You actually said the words, it's nice to meet you. So stop.
I think they showed 3 times that they met.
Yes.
They flashed back.
And Carmella brought her own vodka because she says she does risque stuff when she drinks wine. Listen, when you're invited to a winery and you don't drink wine, I feel like it's perfectly acceptable for you to bring whatever you want to drink.
Listen, I like Carmella so much. I don't care what she does.
Exactly. Gina
and
doesn't
I don't
drink.
Know if,
so if Gina
I don't know if I
drink,
like her so much because I dislike the other one so much.
That's it. This is what happens. This is what, to me, is what's happening on the Valley. Lala and Janet were coming for Danny so much, Danny and Nia, that you can't help but take their side because it's the other two won't lay up.
Right. It's making
ridiculous.
Him look good, even
Vicki
when he's not
is
good.
making everybody like Carmella because Vicki is being such an asshole.
An asshole, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, Vicki's saying the Debbie Downer thing over and over. Shannon says Heather, Gina, and Vicki and she had dinner, and Heather is hurt by Emily. Heather says she's confused because she thought they were Emily said, I consider Heather one of my best friends. And then Heather told her to stop talking. So Emily's like, I said you've been talking all night. And I feel like I get cut off a lot. Emily's saying that. She said, when I say you've been talking all night, that's a fact. And I'm not going to alter who I am to accommodate Heather's needs. And good for her.
Yeah, good
like
for
it's
her.
very conditional to be Heather's friend. And then Gina tries to jump in and Emily's like, I don't need you to jump in. And then Gina's like, that really hurts my feelings, you saying you don't need me. What are we doing?
Exactly.
And at this point, Carmella's
You know
like,
what?
should I whip a boob out?
Yeah.
Like just to like break the tension.
Lighten the mood. All these chicks need to come live in Jersey for a little while.
Absolutely.
With the feeling nonsense. Stop it. Just stop.
Yeah, but here's the funny thing. Heather Dubrow and Gina are both from New York. So did you just lose your cool when you moved out there?
Something.
When somebody says you've been talking we say it to each other all the time.
Right.
Like, fucking relax.
Right.
So the whole whipping the boob out falls very flat with the rest of the group.
Right.
I thought it was amazing. And quite honestly, I think she should have just done it. Vicki probably would have had a heart attack right then and there, God forbid. So Heather says, Emily telling me to stop talking is a departure from the friendship they have recently. So basically, Heather's saying that we could be friends as long as you do not ever insult me or say something that I don't like. Right.
But I thought Emily did really good with that.
So do I.
I'm not a big Emily fan, but I think that she handled that whole thing well.
She did. She said, you can still be my good friend and I can still be irritated with you one night.
Sure. Yeah.
But then she still winds up apologizing to Heather because that's what everybody does. They kiss Heather's ass. And then Heather says, let's just be more communicative with each other. That's what she was trying to do.
Right.
And you cried.
Right.
And you told her how badly she hurt your feelings because she tried to communicate with you.
Right.
So then Shannon says she and Emily met with Carmella and they talked about the gift. Gina says, I want you to understand where I'm coming from. She's my best friend. And the feedback I got after you and Emily had dinner together was that you said Emily talks too much and asks too many questions. So, Emily's like, that's the lawyer in me. And then you bring her an elaborate gift and keep saying at the party, let's open the gift and let's open the gift. And Gina thought it was weird. And this is when Tamra says Gina's jealous of Carmella.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's weird. It's weird that you have a problem with it, Gina.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's weird.
Right.
I would have been like, oh, look, girl, you got that clutch. That will go perfect with that outfit I have in my closet. I can't wait to borrow it from you.
I can't wait to borrow it. Exactly.
How I would have been.
Mm-hmm. Carmella says she felt insecure and exposed because of the questioning from Emily, but she understands it wasn't coming from a bad place. Emily says, this is what I didn't like. Emily says, I ask questions because I want to get to know people. And quite honestly, I kept asking questions because I felt like I wasn't getting a straight answer out of you. I think that's a load of shit.
What is she in a deposition?
Exactly.
Stop
Exactly.
Stop. She don't need to give you all her shit. She just fucking met you.
Right. And they're like, she opened the dildo in front of her kids. And Carmella's like, well, I'm really sorry. Like, and even Emily was like, well, that's not her fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sorry. You had the party at Drag Bingo. A dildo is not an outlandish present for this atmosphere.
It's quite fitting.
Quite fitting. Then Tamra asks her if she bought her a clit sucker. I'd never heard of one of those before, but I'm intrigued nonetheless.
I told you about that.
You did?
I told you and Terry about that.
Is that the banana?
Lemon.
The lemon. You did tell me about that.
I did tell you about that.
Okay. Carmella's like, if I knew it was going to turn into this, I wouldn't have done it. Gina's calling her out for flashing her money around. Even Shannon's like, Gina's got to take it down a notch. Carmella's like, you're acting like I have a character flaw for trying to buy Emily's friendship. And Gina gets all jacked up about that. then in Emily's confessional, she's like, it's the perfect size. It feels great. It's great. And she's holding the clutch. Like the way she was talking to you, thought it was the dildo.
Yeah, it's great. But I thought Carmella did, I think she's going to be just fine. I think she did very well in this whole setup, the whole conversation. She handled herself like a champ.
She did, because Gina's like, don't worry about me. You got bigger fish to fry with this one, and points to Vicki.
Oh my God. That was like, picked her up and threw her under both the wheels of the bus.
Yep. But listen,
Talk
I'm
about
glad
a
she did.
transfer.
Because let's get this out in the open how bitter and jealous Vicki is.
Yes, yeah, absolutely. And you like how Vicki tried to be like, yeah, I thought it was a weird gift too. And Gina was like, no.
Not just that. So Vicki says, my future husband, but she has no ring on her finger. Still to this day, there's no ring on her finger. He's a developer.
And has to add. Doesn't really matter whether we get married.
That's right.
Has to add that in.
He developed the residence of the Little Nell, whatever the fuck that is. And Shannon and Gina, Vicki, and Tamra told me you said she wasn't even an agent. Shannon said Gina, Vicki, and Tamra told me that Vicki said you weren't even an agent. Or no, Gina said you weren't even an agent. Gina said, I did not say that. She has a real estate license. And Carmella says, I have a real estate and broker's license. And Gina says she is an investor and this is where I'm trying to be. So Tamra's right.
She told on herself.
Absolutely.
She told on herself is what she did.
Vicki says she's a flipper. Gina apologizes. And Emily says, listen, I've seen her many times. And Gina says, Emily told me she thinks you are a girl's girl. And then Gina's like, I didn't want Carmella to know that I was talking about her. Yeah, because you want in on the job that Jenn's getting.
Exactly. Yeah.
But listen, I actually, as annoying as Vicki's being right now, I mean, if you took Vicki out of the picture, I'd really be happy. This kind of drama and banter and nonsense, I'm okay with. It's not dark. It's not too deep. Nobody's calling private investigators on each other. Nobody's creepy as fuck.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah,
this is all light banter and drama, and I like it.
Right.
It's not a Louie and Teresa situation. So as far as I'm concerned, we're fine.
Right.
Nobody's faking cancer.
Right. Yeah. But if she would just maybe be more of herself and not this whole persona of what she thinks the audience wants her to be, maybe I'd like her a little better. But it's just it's very performative, and I'm not
Vicki's
digging it.
very performative.
I'm not digging
for sure. Mm-hmm. So is Heather. So is Tamra.
And I thought it was definitely messy of Emily. And if I was Gina and I really did consider Emily my best friend, I would not be considering her that after this.
No, I know. I agree with you.
Because that's not how besties operate. You don't throw your friend under the bus for some ratings. You don't. So maybe,
no, I feel like Emily's been doing this for a while now. For a couple of seasons. And it's a shame because I really liked her. But I just feel like she's, putting the Johnny Bravo suit on.
Yeah. And Gina, it's not a good look to act like jealous like that. Cause you're a grown woman.
Just embrace this new girl because that's what you would have wanted them to do with you.
Right. You're a big girl. Mm-hmm. Nobody's 10 here with, my best friend bullshit.
All right. Well, thank you for listening and watching.
Yep.
Please go to our socials and follow and subscribe to our YouTube.
That would be nice.
We appreciate it. And comment. We love the comments. We love the engagement.
Yes.
Bye.
Bye.